Could Newcastle be about to pull off the most underrated signing of the summer? While bigger clubs chase headlines, Eddie Howe is eyeing a championship gem that could transform our midfield. The clock is ticking and the Magpies are ready to strike. What's up, Toon Army? This is NUFC Quick News, your source for raw black and white passion. Get ready because this one's massive, and it shows exactly why Eddie Howe is playing chess while others are playing checkers. Let's get into it. Newcastle United are seriously considering triggering Leicester City's Bilal Elcanu's release clause before it expires this week. The Morocco international is emerging as a serious target for Newcastle's manager Eddie Howe in his bid to recruit attacking reinforcements and could be offered a swift return to the Premier League. Here's what makes this absolutely brilliant. While everyone's been focused on the obvious targets, Howe has identified a player who was one of Leicester's few bright sparks in their disastrous relegation campaign. The 21-year-old attacking midfielder has a clause worth over $30 million that expires later this week, forcing Newcastle to accelerate their interest. But why Elcanu? What makes him special? This isn't just another punt on potential. Elcanu was one of the few players to impress in Leicester's difficult 2024-25 Premier League season and is regarded as a talent with huge potential to improve. The Moroccan international joined Leicester from Belgian club Genk for around $19.5 million last August, and despite the club's struggles, he consistently showed flashes of brilliance that caught the eye of scouts across Europe. What's fascinating about Newcastle's approach here is the timing. Eddie Howe has been desperate for attacking reinforcements, and this move perfectly fits his strategy of identifying undervalued talent before they explode onto the scene. The fact that we can offer Champions League football this season gives us a massive advantage over other suitors. Think about this for a second. Are we witnessing the same blueprint that brought us Isak? The similarities are striking. Young, talented, available for a reasonable fee from a club that needs to sell. Elcanu provided both assists in Leicester's recent 2-1 victory over Sheffield Wednesday, showing he's already adapted to English football and ready to make an immediate impact. Leeds United have also shown interest, but here's where Newcastle's project becomes irresistible. While Leeds can offer championship football, we're offering European nights at St. James Park. The choice should be obvious for any ambitious young player. What's particularly clever about this potential signing is the versatility factor. Howe has been keen to bring in players who can operate in multiple positions, and Elcanu fits that profile perfectly. He can play as a traditional number 10, drift wide to create overloads, or even drop deeper to help control the tempo of games. But here's the million-pound question. Why hasn't this been done already? The release clause expires this week, which means we're in the final stages of what could be a crucial decision. Leicester's financial situation following relegation means they're likely to lose several key players, and Elcanu represents one of their most valuable assets. Remember how we felt when we signed Bruno Guimaraes seemingly out of nowhere? This has that same energy. While other clubs chase the obvious targets and get caught in bidding wars, Newcastle are identifying players who could become absolute gems for a fraction of the cost. Leicester's new manager, Martí Cifuentes, would obviously prefer to keep his most creative player, but the financial realities of championship football make this almost inevitable. Leicester have already sold goalkeeper Mads Hermansen to West Ham United and defender Connor Cody to Wrexham since relegation to the championship. So what would Elcanu bring to our system? His ability to unlock stubborn defenses could be exactly what we've been missing. Too often last season, we dominated possession, but struggled to create clear-cut chances against teams that sat deep. A player with Elcanu's vision and passing range could be the missing piece in Howe's tactical puzzle. The fact that he's already proven himself in the Premier League, despite Leicester's struggles, only adds to his appeal. There's no adaptation period needed. He knows the pace, physicality, and tactical demands of English football. Are you starting to see why this could be massive for us? This isn't just about adding depth to the squad. This could be about finding the creative spark that helps us push for European qualification again. The timing of his availability combined with our need for attacking reinforcements makes this feel like perfect synergy. What's also encouraging is how quickly Newcastle are moving on this. The fact that we're accelerating our interest shows the club recognizes the opportunity and isn't willing to let it slip away. In modern football, hesitation often means missing out on the best deals. Don't forget, we're talking about a player who was worth $19.5 million just 12 months ago, and his value has only increased despite Leicester's relegation. Other Premier League clubs are keen on the LCFC talent, and he has a release clause, reported to be $22.5 million following relegation from the Premier League. Can you imagine Elcanu supplying balls to Isak in attack? The thought alone should have every Newcastle fan buzzing. His ability to pick out passes in the final third, combined with his work rate and pressing, makes him exactly the type of player Howe loves to work with. This potential signing also sends a message about our ambition. While we might not be able to compete with the mega-rich clubs for the absolute elite, we're showing we can identify and secure talented players who could develop into stars at St. James Park. The beauty of targeting Elcanu is that even if he doesn't immediately become a starter, he adds genuine quality to our squad depth. Competition for places has been crucial to our recent success, and bringing in someone of his caliber keeps everyone on their toes. Here's the bottom line, Toon Army. This is exactly the type of smart business we need to be doing. While other clubs throw silly money at proven commodities, we're identifying players with the potential to become something special. Elcanu has all the attributes to thrive under Howe's coaching, and at his age, his best years are definitely ahead of him. The next few days could be crucial. If Newcastle can get this deal over the line before the release clause expires, it could be remembered as one of the shrewdest pieces of business we've done. Sometimes the best signings are the ones you don't see coming. Smash that like button if you're buzzing about this potential signing, and hit subscribe to never miss a Toon update. This could be the move that defines our summer transfer window. Until next time, stay proud, stay loud, and always keep the faith. Away the lads!